Hello! There's a picture I shared last week. It was this picture of a red wall and a red motorcycle. Me knowing me and also knowing the style of photos I've been sharing here, this picture, I wasn't a huge fan in the beginning. But after I shared it with you all, I received a lot of positive comments. That gave me an idea for a video, and that was to do a lot of tone-on-tone photographs. So just like how I have a red wall and a red motorcycle, maybe I can do blue sky with a blue balloon, striped wall with someone wearing stripes in front of it. I think that's such a fun idea, but I also wanted to kind of take my time and really think about what I want to do with that. And that's what I thought. Instead of doing something tone on tone, why don't I think about doing something contrasting? Something that's contradicting what I'm taking photos of. I tried to think of a few ideas, but I couldn't really figure out what to do. So I just brought my camera to a coffee shop and got some pictures. Quick note before we get into all the photos. I don't know who the photographer was and where I saw this person, but this person had a series of photos that he took from his car. Sometimes when I'm driving or when I'm in an Uber, I do look at a lot of things happening outside of my windows and I go, ooh, I should take a picture of that. But chances are, number one, it's dangerous to be taking pictures while you're driving, and number two, you might not have enough time to pull your camera and start taking pictures. On this specific day, I wanted to give it a quick try. I thought I took a picture of my ricoh, but turns out it's an iPhone picture. But here was my idea. Because it was raining outside and it was dry inside, I wanted to see if I could photograph that contrasting atmosphere. How do I go about doing that? I took this iPhone picture where you can see the rain outside and this guy just journaling. And my ricoh took this picture. This is something I mentioned in one of my recent videos, but chances are if you're outside in the rain, you're uncomfortable. But inside, this guy sitting by the window, he's at peace. He's almost done with his drink, he's journaling, he's chatting with other customers in the cafe. That to me was the contradicting factor here. But if I were able to maybe go behind this guy facing the window and have a picture of him journaling, drinking his coffee, and to the left of him outside, you're able to see a picture of someone walking in the rain. I think that would have been the picture for this idea. When it came to doing contrast and contradicting pictures outside, especially in the rain, I had an idea. I've seen a lot of street vendors that sell umbrellas in the rain. I thought, why don't I get a picture of people walking or running by those vendors, but they themselves don't have an umbrella? What were the chances of that picture happening? I thought it was gonna be 0. So here's an attempt at the picture that I really wanted to get on this day. Unfortunately, or fortunately, these two people on the left, each person had an umbrella. But the seller on the right, I really wanted to get a picture of someone just running or biking without anything. While this picture simply shows you what kind of day it was, it doesn't really meet my goals. I think if there's someone walking or running without an umbrella or a jacket on top of their head, I think that would make this more interesting. As you can see in the video, our lady in the dress, she was kind of hesitant in terms of where to go. I don't know if it's because she saw me standing there with the camera pointing directly at her, or maybe because she simply wanted to go elsewhere. The more she stood there and the more she stared in my way, the guy who was sitting down and selling umbrellas eventually turned around and looked at me. I think this would have been better if the person in the middle was not in the frame. The first picture was the only one that really met my needs and wants of this day. This picture has nothing to do with what I wanted to get on this day, but the light above him was just so good, and including the light that was coming from the side from the store, it lit him so well. Honestly, this might have been one of my dream shots to get when I started street photography. I know what you're thinking. Yewon, what is this picture? It's so cliche. How could you do that to us? Sometimes I want to try something cliche. I've always seen so many photographers who take good advantage of all the puddles in the rain. I am not one of them, and the first and the only time I tried it was in Seattle. I don't even remember if I included that in the video or not because I just didn't know what to do. Even if the idea is extremely cliche, if the execution is beautiful, that's great. Because your audience is gonna look at that and go, whoa, that's really cool. Not, I've seen that before. This is okay, I guess. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm only saying it because that's how I feel about this very particular photo that I took.